Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Saturday training. Boy, do we have an exciting training for you today. Myself, I'm Marci Preble. I'm Senior Presidential Director with LifeWave, and I have my co-host, April Vaughan from the South, Senior Presidential Director with LifeWave. And we're really excited today. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to first talk about rank advancement, what that new promotion is. We are going to talk about the incentive trips because they're moving ahead quickly. And we're going to show you where you can find all of that at start333biz.com. That's start333biz.com. And Jan, I don't know if you could in chat write that down, let some of the notes for me. That would be great today. And then after we do that, we are going to talk about real behaviors that April and I are doing every day, the work to get to your rank advancement bonuses, the work to get to your incentive trips, okay? And we really talked about this because we're doing some new things that we want to share with you, and maybe you'll like them too. And also we want to talk about there's some new folks that really want 10 minutes on back office, really look at a tree. How do you put orders on a tree? How do you look at points? How do you know what rank advancement means? Why does it push back on Monday when it was big on Sunday and it rolls back 2 weeks? I know we got some folks that really want to know that as well. So we're going to try to get all that in today, and we hope that you find it of benefit. So let's start with I'm going to take you right now to start333biz.com. If you've never been to the site, I suggest that you get yourself there, and also make sure that you understand how to get into the front and the back end of the site. So the site has two sections now. It has the front section and the back section. The front section is basically all about this is where we'll put events. This is where we'll put trips. This is where we'll put rank advancements. This is where we'll put promotions. And I'll show that to you in a minute. But the inside of the site is where all the systems are. And we just changed the system. Thank you, Ann Sontag, if you're here, to the 7 steps to success. The system has 7 steps. And people keep asking me, how do I get started? And I say, go to the 7 steps of success. And that's through the brown door. And to get through the brown door, you must have a username and passcode now. And write this down. The username is start333biz.com. And the passcode is 333biz.com. And no, I'm sorry, the username is start333biz, B-I-Z. The passcode is 333biz, B-I-Z. Okay? And I'll tell you about that in a minute. It's also super important, if you're new, that you sign up for your text and email blast right here. This way you know what Team Evolve is doing. We like to say a team that communicates together builds big business together. So communication is extremely important. So let's start with the front of the site. This is our new promotion. Isn't this exciting, April? December 11th,
Yes.
January 7th.
It's so exciting seeing people already hit those right ranks. They're getting so excited, and some are getting double the bonuses. Some have got manager and director. Some are just primed and already working their business. So that's the joy in watching people just get so excited because they're building the business, earning these bonuses, and the and the trips at the same time.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. So this bonus right now is going December 11th to January 7th. So when you become a brand new manager, you earn $100. What is a manager? Well, you need to be on a gold pack or above. Write this down. 110 PV. That means you need to auto ship 110 PV every month, which is basically an X39 and a supportive sleeve. And then you need to put 2 silver kits on auto ship on your right and 2 silver kits on auto ship on your left of your binary tree. That makes you a manager. And April and I are going to talk about some of the work that will help you get to manager. But many of you are like, I've already done that. Now what do I do? Well, director is just making helping your people become a manager. One of your people become a manager on your right, and one of your people become a manager on your left. And when April was talking about many people are hitting 3 of these, well, many people, are you ready for this? They're going manager, $100, director, $300, senior director, $1,000, and they just made $1,400 because they went to work. It's not that hard, is it, April?
No, it's amazing. It's why you just work the system, get the charts, and start sharing the patches, and you're ready to go.
And we'll show you some of that charting when we do back office. We're going to show charting after we talk about some of the work, because in my opinion, April, we need to know how to do the charts. But if you don't know the work, then the chart's a little bit useless. So let's learn, make sure we understand the behaviors of the work. But before we do that, did you know, April, I have some folks going from, you ready for this? They're hitting, they're going from senior director to executive director to presidential director. I know a few people that are doing that like by the end of this week. So they're going to earn 1,000 plus 1,500 plus 3,000. How much is that, April?
And that's going to be so much, $3, $4, $5, $5,500.
$5,500 with a triple rank advancement. And I do know a few folks, you ready for this? They're going executive director to presidential to senior presidential director in one swap. And
Wow.
how much would that be? I mean, that, and look at, if you hold executive, presidential, and senior director for only 3 of the 15 weeks, guess what that means? That means you're getting the extra money. I mean, that's so much money. Let's just count it. 6 plus 2 is 8. Write that down for me, April. I need someone to do my math.
Yep. Yep.
3 plus 2 is 5, and 1,500 plus 1,000 is what?
Well, I think that's 11.5. We had someone on our team this week do that. They ranked we got all those bonuses. They're going to be able to, earn all that. I think it's 11.5.
They just made $11,500. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's amazing. Oh, and look at, there's yet a third bonus. If you're an SPD and you get another 7 out of the 15 weeks, you get another 2,600. So to go SPD, you guys, you could make $10,000. And if you are one of April's people who went executive to presidential to senior presidential, and she holds it, senior presidential for 7 weeks, look at that. And let me give you a little hint on holding the rank. Holding the rank is volume. Executive, you need a senior director, you need to do 10,000 a month. Executive director, 50,000 a month. Presidential director, 100,000 a month, and senior presidential director, 200,000 a month. And there's a lot of people on this call that are holding the volume, but they're not holding the structure. The senior director structure can be, it's work. I'm just going to be honest. It's work. My son Luke is doing it right now. It's work to get there. And it's not only becoming a manager and helping a person on your right become a manager and a person on your left become a manager. It's then helping one of their people become a manager on the right and one of their people becoming a manager on the left. And here's a hint on that. You need to do silver kits and maintenance packs. Silver kits and maintenance packs. Why? The silver kit gives them the $299. The maintenance kit of just 77 points, that's all you need to hold, 77 points a month. You can do maintenance kit 1 for about 347, and that will hold somebody in place with so instead of a silver kit and auto ship that could maybe go off, a silver kit and maintenance pack, which lasts for 6 months at the 55 points that you need for all the silver kits and auto ships. So I would say, if possible, to hold that rank for the time that we need. At least my son is doing silver kits and 6-month maintenance kits for the 55 points. So that's a little hint to hold. So, okay, so April, let's talk also about how that works with incentives. So not only can you win all this money, but you can go to all these trips too. Who doesn't want to go to Cancun? By the way, the qualifications is 10-2 to 2-4. Let's look at what those qualifications are. I'm going to show you the one that I think a lot of people are making right now. And it is senior director, and they have to hold it for 6 weeks. Do you know you get 2 tickets to these trip to the Cancun if you do that? April, do you have anybody in your organization going senior director and holding it for 6 weeks that are going to Cancun?
So many people already, they're ready. They've already done it.
Wow. And basically to do senior director and hold it for 6 weeks, you can do this up till what? Christmas Eve, right?
Yep. So have this lined up by, because you've got 2 more weeks really just to really work hard and do this by Christmas Eve. Because we just did the math, Marci, me and Stacy, and both. You've got to have it by Christmas Eve. Make sure you've got this all, so that you have to hold it then for 6 weeks, right, Marci?
Yep, hold it for 6 weeks. But here's the beautiful thing. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's say that you're one of those folks that have all the volume of an executive or a presidential, but that you don't have structure. You should be working on structure, silver kit and maintenance packs, right? And you need to work on that and get that done by 12/24. And guess what you get, April? You get all the rank money and you go to Cancun.
It's a beautiful thing. You get all the spending money while you're in Cancun. You can have lots of fun. You've got a guest. Everything's paid for. It's gonna be perfect. And it'll be going in April. April
It's gonna be
7th.
so much
I
fun.
think it's April 7th through the 11th. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be perfect.
So get working on this. Now, if you're like, well, is there any other way I can get to Cancun? Of course there is. You can get there by points. You can get 50 points and be there. Or if you get 75 points, you can get 2 tickets. So you could bring a loved one. And how do you get points? Once again, you guys, we're going to talk about the work. You do the work. And you become a manager, you get points. You become a director, you get points. You become an executive director, you get points. You help somebody, you enrolled, become a manager, you get points. And if you personally sponsor silver packs and gold packs and diamond packs, shoot, even preferred customers get you points there. Like, let's get going. You have time. Now, for the points, you have all the way until February 4th. So if you don't get there by 12/24 as a senior director, keep doing the work and get there by February 4th. And we've been told by corporate in the next few weeks, our computers will show us how many points we have to get to Cancun. So don't worry, it's coming. Just do the work. Any thoughts on that, April?
I love it because they're paying us. You're getting a trip, then you're getting the bonuses, all to help the people that you've enrolled, that your team, everyone's enrolled. So they're paying us to just to help other people. I love that.
Isn't that great? So let's go ahead and look at our next trip then, because you know what? When we do the work, what happens?
We're on the
We
trips.
travel.
We travel. We earn the incentives. Plus, I mean, this is going to be. I've never been to Greece. Have you been to Greece, Marci?
I am so looking forward to this trip. I am working so hard right now to go to the Greek islands. I am no different than anyone on this call. I work every day the behaviors that we're going to talk about. And that gets us to go to these trips. These trips don't just happen. You can't just say, oh, I'm going. What you can say is, I'm going and I'm doing the work needed to go, right?
So true.
So let's look at the qualifications for Greek Isle. So let's look. This is so much fun. Let's look at what you would need. Let's just look at a new executive director, because you know what? If you've already hit senior director and you're going to Cancun, right? Because that's what we worked on first. Now you have all the way to June 2nd to make it to executive. And what's executive? You already have the structure of senior director and the 10,000 points a month. To get to executive, you got to keep helping others do the same. And now you've got 450,000 a month in volume. And look at you just, oh, you know what? you do need to hold that for 16 weeks. So when do you have to hit executive? Did we backdate that to know? Because it goes till it goes until 6/2,
I think
but
we
you
just
gotta
figured that you
hold
have to
it.
hit it by February. I think there was a date, and I think you have to hit it, maybe was it February 4th, that you need to have hit it by then so that you can hold it for 16 weeks.
Okay, so somebody super smart in math right now in chat
do that.
is going to do the math for us so we can continue training. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take 16 weeks away from 6/2 and put in chat when we need to hit it. Can somebody good at math do that for us? And so what does that mean? It means doing the work needed. So to go executive director, you need to hit 50,000 points, and you've got to develop one director in your organization outside your big leg. So you know what? To go executive, you got to have 2 directors going anyway. So you're going to have one. Just saying. So don't even worry about that. Just get yourself to executive. And if you have 2 directors outside your big leg, you get 2 tickets. But once again, don't worry so much about all the fine detail. Just get yourself to executive and you'll for sure get 1 trip. I promise you'll get 1 ticket. So with that, let's go one more down. Why not? Because you know what? There's some folks here now on this call that are building so big that now they're ready for Bora Bora. And Bora Bora is for the highest rank in this company, senior presidential director. And you need to build 300,000 point lines in roller lines on your binary. So you got to have 200,000 lines on one side and probably 1 on the other. And so, you know what? As you build to executive, you'll start seeing the size and you'll go, oh, I need 3. I know that there's people on this call who have 2 solid $100,000 lines and they are working hard for their 3rd. What I say to you is work now. We are all working hard to hit these different trips for different reasons, and let's just get to work. April, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so a couple people were texting me asking, do we know the exact dates? And so if we want to make sure everybody
We
knows,
do
because they,
not know the exact dates yet. We will, when the trips are, those have not been published. I do not believe, April, unless you've seen them published. I have not seen those published. Have you?
they haven't been published, but Geraldo
Yeah, we
did
can't
text
say
me.
that. We're not going to say that
Oh,
from so until we get those published or that we get permission to say it because we're recorded. We'll give you those dates next week because I just want to make sure from Geraldo that's it for sure. Yes, because I don't want to get in trouble, April.
that's okay. He texted me yesterday, so that's fine. But
Did he say did he say that we could publish that?
you know, he did.
What
He
did he
did.
say on your text?
Well, he just says, I said, hey, people are needing to know the dates, what is confirmed. And he says,
Don't give me the dates yet, but just text him right now and say, can we make that public right now on our training before we put
okay,
that out, please?
correct.
Okay,
I'll text him
so
right now.
if Geraldo says yes, we can do it, but I'm not going to do it until the man says yes. Okay, so wow. Did anybody put in chat when we need to hit for Greek Isle? Did anybody do the math? Please tell me somebody did the math for us. Michael, somebody unmute themselves and tell us when Michael, tell us when it is. Hold on.
February 15th. Plus
Okay,
16
everybody,
weeks.
by February 15th, you need to go executive director if you want to go to the Greek Isles, okay? And oh, we forgot to say Bora Bora when you got to have 3 lines. You've got to have 3 lines by May 31st. 3, so if you are working towards, if you're a senior presidential director and you have 2 strong functioning lines, you need your 3rd by May 31st. Let's write all that down. Let's write that down. Okay, so 12/24, could somebody put this in chat? 12/24, you need to be a senior director to go to Cancun, okay? And then you have until 2/4 to go to Cancun with points, okay? Everybody write that down. To go to the Greek Isles, Greek Island, you need to be an executive director by 2/15. Okay, everybody get that? To go to Bora Bora, you need to have 300,000 point lines built by, let's look, by 5/31. Write this down, 300,000 volume lines. And you know what? If you're not there yet, that's okay. But what you can say is that's my goal. I'll be there next year. So I just, oops, what's going on there? Just so you know. Okay, everybody clear on that? Did we do it? Everybody clear? Okay, great. So now let's talk about the work to do this. So I'm going to tell you a new thing I just put together that I'm doing, and anybody's welcome to do this as well. And I'm even going to give you guys a script. Hold on, let me see if I can get this real quick. Jan, if I send this to you, are you able to get it in chat? Are you good at that, or do I need to send it to someone else to get it in chat?
But to me, it's easier than texting.
Email it to you?
Yeah. And then I can do it.
Sorry, I just want to get it for you guys. Okay, so here's what anybody know Eric Worre? He's like the big network marketing guru of all time. So one of my distributors, Linda Ty, I don't know if she's on the line or not, but she called me about 2 weeks ago. She goes, I just got back from an Eric Worre seminar, and he really got me motivated to work. I said, well, what's his big aha? She goes, well, stuff that we know, but we just forget. He said, speed 100. In 1 hour, you all get together and you get a little group and you just text out speed 100 to as many people as you can on your phone, starting either with A or with Z. So how many people could actually text this out, the script I'm putting in chat, starting at A to as many people you could, or starting at Z? Here's what I did. I've been doing it. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. So of course we do our list and we do the people we know, and we always start there first. I'm just going to be honest, in my own phone, I've only probably done that to 200 people. Okay. How many people do you think are in my phone? How many do you think are in my phone? 5,000, right, Debbie? 5,000. So I've only hit 200. So in my own mind, I'm like, oh my God, like I haven't done anything. So I started with A, and I started texting this script to people just with A, and I'm not attached. Edit, paste, edit, paste. I mean, not edit, copy, paste, copy, paste. And I did it in chunks. And here's what I said. This is Marci Preble. It's been a long time since we connected. You guys, I didn't even put their names in it because I don't know. It's too slow. April's going to laugh. I found a patented wearable light technology that activates your own stem cells to regenerate you like when you were young. Here's a 3-minute video that explains it. We got this from Gina. We were doing longer texts that were overwhelming. She goes, I shortened it down. I said, ooh, that's good. So we just went to the biz site under quick links and we got the quick 3-minute video. Okay, we didn't do the now site on this. Text me your address and I'll send you a gift. Marci Preble, because I figure this is more like people like I'm just sending, and if I say I'll send them a gift, maybe they'll respond because they want something free. I don't know. I'm just getting it out there. This is new. You guys haven't seen this. You'll like this, April. Look at the pictures. See stem cell regeneration in action. I made a new picture link from the Now site, and it's also under Evolve links under before and after picture. When you open that link, you see a flow of all our cool pictures. And then I said, please chunk the scripts in sections. So what do I mean? I chunk, this is Marci. I found a patented wearable light technology that activates your own stem cells to regenerate you like when you were young. Here's a 3-minute video that explains. That chunk goes first. Then I send the video to them second because I want the video to pop up like a video. People cannot help but click a video. It has to pop up like a video, not a link. Then I chunk, text me back your address. I'll send you a gift. Marci Preble. Then I chunk, look at the pictures, see stem cell regeneration in action. Boom. That, and we literally last week tried this out in 1 hour. I mean, because we were working on scripts, I only got it to 15 people. I started at 8. Most people didn't respond back. One person gave me crossing bones, which is fine. But one person texted me back and said, "Oh my gosh, Marci, I'm so glad you contacted me. You shared this with me 2 years ago, but I was sick and I had problems in the family. And then I misplaced the gift. And oh my gosh, I'd love a gift. I'd love to talk about this." Only reason I texted her, you guys, is she was in my A's. I'm not kidding. I forgot about her. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but so this is Eric Worre Speed 100. I'm doing this. If you want to try a Speed 100, start with A, start with Z, get with a little group. And I just gave you the text and do it 1 hour a week with a little crew and just do the work. Okay, just do the work. If that makes sense to you and you want to do it with me, you got anybody here is welcome. But this is not, I'm not training anybody on this. Nothing. This is not newbie. This is, let's go do the work. Okay. So I'm doing my work at this time too. So if you're happy with just doing the script, let me send this, Jan. You got anybody's welcome to come do this with me if you want. Hold on. This is when I'm doing it. But once again, this is not where I'm training people. This is like, you understand what we're doing and you just come work with me. And the invite, I just put the invite there, okay? Now, when you do all that and you want somebody to come and learn more, and once again, this is something else I'm doing. You guys can all invite them. But once again, this is more intimate, right? This is going to be an intimate thing I'm doing for folks. You could invite them to the virtual patching party that I'm doing December 19th, and it's viral party. And so if you want, you can do all this. Just know that this is kind of like, we're doing it fast. There's no hand holding on this particular piece of the business. But so there's that. Now, speaking of hand holding, if you're brand new and you go, this is intense, that's okay, because we want you to come to foundational training. We do training for the new person, so you know what we're doing. And we do that foundational training on Monday and Tuesdays every week at 10 o'clock Pacific. And then we do the work at 11. So if you're brand new, you come to that. April, explain foundational training and why you think that's important. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry about that. I had packages being delivered. Marci, is so important, first of all, because you and many other people are doing the trainings, I guess, on that Monday and Tuesday, but it's at 1 o'clock
Really
Eastern.
myself and Jan Rand and Sheila Hay and Donna Reinders, those guys come in and help. Well, Sheila and Jan run it. Donna runs it as well. And, you know, we couldn't even do it without the support. Jan mails out gifts on your behalf that I pay for, and she does all the logistics. Like, if you want a foundational training that's paid for, like, hello, that's on the job training that you don't pay for. And we even pay you to send stuff, right?
There's a great record. If you can't be on the live, then they record almost every one of them. And then Marci has another one that's great, that's already been recorded, that you can watch that one. If you work during the day, you can't get on there. But this is something I try to get on there every week, because that's where you bring the new person, because you can't remember all the things if you're also new. So I have them join you on that training. Marci or Sheila and Jan and Don, they go through so much. They go through the whole biz site, they go through it all. Then they offer you the that you can send out the gifts if you'd like to share that also. So much information is being shared there. That's where you get your fun, like the training to get started. I mean, I love it. And I always learn something when I listen as well. Even being an SPD, I try to be on there all the time to support our team. And also, so I know what's being shared. So when someone asks me what's going on, if we listen to it as well. But it's a great training. It's also just work. That's where we start to do the work. We're doing the training. And then after that finishes, then we stay on for the next hour and do the work.
I love that, and thank you. And I just sent that video to Jan to put in. That is a foundational training, and we do that live every Monday and Tuesday for you. I run the foundational training or the fast start training for you. I run that for you because I think our technology is out of this world, but most people have fear. And that foundational training turns fear into fun. And I am dedicated to do that for you guys because anyone that wants to learn how to be a professional network marketer that comes, I promise you, I will teach you the skills. And you may say, well, how does she know all these skills? Well, I've been a network marketer for 15 years, and I had one of the best mentors in another company train me on all of this. So it's not like this is all new stuff. It's really the training from the professional network marketer that trained me on this. She makes $240,000 a month, you guys. Like, I was trained by the best, and I want you guys to learn what I have learned. And when I talk to other SPDs in our company, the work is always the same work. It's list making, it's piquing interest, it's following up, it's converting, it's doing virtual parties, it's doing live parties. That's the work. We just know that the more you do of it, the more money you make. I'm just being honest. So that is really why we are here. And it's, I read this book, April, called The Soul of Leadership, and it's by Deepak Chopra. And the 4 things that Deepak says for the soul of leadership is do the work, high IQ, high love, and high and creativity. And then he asks you to actually write what your purpose is in a sentence. And I know that I'm still working on it, but I realized, April, like, what my purpose is I want to train people how to make money with how to do the work. Like, that's really my purpose. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to train people how to make money.
That's why you make the money, because you are that person. You're a great trainer, Marci. So you've got all. That's why this team is so huge, because you are Evolve. You're muted somehow, Marci. Marci, you got muted somehow.
I know I am. My parents are my parents.
I know. Hey, it's getting close to Christmas.
I know we've got
parents.
They're
Okay,
awesome.
so let's go back to talking a little more then. So then let's talk about okay, let me show you where to go to the foundational training. I want you guys to see that, okay? And there's Donna, she just popped up. She's one of the folks that helps us on that every week. So let's go ahead and go to start333biz.com. And I'm going to share screen where you can go to get the foundational training. Now, this is where you have to get into the doors. And it's no big deal. Find those big doors, the big doors. There they are. They look like the big brown doors, right? And you open it up. And then your username is start333biz, B-I-Z. Your passcode is 333BIZ. This is our private site. This is ours. You know how many people want access to our private site? But it's for our team. It's your guys's. Okay. So let's go. Oh, look at here. Thank you, Ann Sontag. Evolve System, the 7 steps to success. Look at there. If you don't know what you're doing, your homework today is go and click all the tabs. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. That is the work we do. But you might go, well, that's a little overwhelming. How do I do all that work? And I say it's not overwhelming because you can do it together with us. And how do you do it together with us? Well, you come right down into the Evolve office, and you come to work with us. This is where I do that fast start training or the foundational training. Maybe I need to change that from power hour to foundational training, because that's what it really is. And it's Monday and Tuesdays at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. And then we do the work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays at 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern. And then that's how you get into the virtual office, or you can pull that link. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send to Jan that. I'm going to send that to her to go ahead and put that in chat. Or you know what, even better yet, I might be able to do it. I'm going a little slower today because I just want you guys to have what you need to do this. And you may say, you know, I know how to do this. I don't need to come. And I would say to you, you bring 2 new people because it's for your people. And then during the work session, it's not your work you're doing, but you're helping make their list and helping them do the work. And that's the purpose of this. So why don't you tell them a little bit more about that as I'm getting the invite in, April, about why it's important to know the work, but also link arms with your teammates to teach them the work.
Well, that's right, Marcy. The very first thing is the work is first get into manager, because we want to all, that very first step is manager is so important. Because if you come to the training on Monday and Tuesday, that's where you're going to learn how to do the work, how to talk about the products, how to talk about the different phototherapy patches that we have. And then you want to get a copy. The very first thing you want to do is get a copy of a manager chart and start, put your name at the top of that. And then see yourself telling a person on the left and a person on the right, so that you can start seeing in your back office, you can start making money right away. You sign up someone for a silver pack, that's the work. Start telling them about the different patches, and then you sign up one silver pack, someone on your left and someone on your right. Right then you've already made $100. And it could just be in the first day, the first week, the first month. It's just how fast you want to work your business. I think it took me just a day or 2 to go manager. Marcy, same thing. But we just were excited, and we didn't wait till we learned everything. That's the most important thing. Don't wait till you learn everything. Just go ahead, jump on the training that's provided every single Monday and Tuesday, or watch the recording and get a copy of the manager chart. And where are you going to find those charts is right where Marcy is right now, right behind those doors.
Okay, hold on. Let me help with that again. Give me a minute. Jan, I sent you the office invite real quick. So if you could get yourself up to the email and put that in, that would be great. And before we go into the charting, let me just finish the office. So there's the invite for you. And here's what we do in the foundational training. We teach you the 7 steps to success. And then you do the work with us. And this is the gift that goes out in the office that I fund and Jan mails out. The only reason I do this for you guys is to turn fear into fun. So you get used to making a list, sending things out, following up, converting, bringing people into a patching podcast. Like that's the work. So if you're new here and you go, I don't know this work, come to the foundational training and learn with us. I really believe, April, that it's important to have what I call a container. And it's a container of love where we do the work together and we help you. And that's really the foundation of Evolve. And so this is the gift that goes out. And this is the link that you fill out that gets sent to Jan. So the gift does go out. And so that's all very exciting. And once again, to learn how to do this, you're just going to go to the office on Monday and we'll teach you how to do this. You can only send this gift out if you work with us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, just because we offer it during that time doesn't mean you can't do this on your own. You just order the materials yourself and you can go to do that. Once again, do you see this, April, in the system?
Yes.
You can go to Evolve Tools and you can order your own business bags that have the same material. And I know a lot of people can't make it to my office, so they just use our great materials and do it themselves. I know April does it herself. So you can do it yourself. You don't need me to do it. And there's all the same materials. It's $15 for the materials, and you can get up to 2 bags at a time. And you just email Jan Rand, and she sends it out to you. Also, April, the newest thing that people are loving is our business cards. These business cards allow you to what? Give a card out, get a phone number. Give a card out, get a phone number. And what do these cards do for you? They expand that list. Speed 100 is list making.
Oh,
business
I
card to
love
get a
those.
name.
I've not seen those updated ones, Marcy. Those are, I
Aren't
love
they
them.
gorgeous? That's some of our new branding and our
Oh my
new,
gosh.
yeah, aren't they cute? So here's a cute one. You can pick your picture on the front. And if you want, you can have my picture on the back, and only it's no ego. It's just that I looked so bad back in the day. And it helps to sell, honestly, stem cell regeneration, which is now. And of course, it says GHK activates stem cells. Or you can have no picture on the front, no picture on the back, and you can mix and match them. Or you can have this little patch, could change your life, and it's a real simple message. So we really are using these a lot. And if you go to the training, I teach you how to do this. But once again, you just order these from Sally. There's her email and her phone number. And I think you can get 250 for like $55. It's nothing. And so really, April, these are the two tools that I use to build my business. And so
Yes.
I really like these. I do want to say before we move into charting, because I really wanted to explain the work. So far, we've talked about Speed 100. So far, we've talked about foundational training. So far, we've talked about the tools you could use to build your business bags and your business card. But there's one other thing that I think you've done so well, April, with your businesses. And I want to talk about businesses for a minute. And first, I want to talk about how you set up that salon. I want to know about your clipboard, and I want to know about your laminates, and I want to know about your live parties with them. And then I'll show people where they could find that to do it. But before that, tell us a little bit about this that you do.
Okay. I was going to say one more thing too about the gifting, because a lot of people have been asking about that the past few weeks, Marcy. And I know it's money and it's time for you and Jan, a lot of work effort on your part. But make sure before you offer to mail someone the gift, say to them, would you use this? Have the conversation, have already texted them, start X39, start X39 now. You want to send the next site to them, and then get a reply back. What did you think about what you saw? What did you think about the phototherapy? Ask them some questions so that, because I'm having some people tell me that they sent them out and they call the person back and they may have not even, they didn't see it, they got the wrong address, or they got it in the mail, they didn't know what it was, they thought it was some kind of a marketing. But make sure you'll see a package that will be coming from, what is the return address? Because this question came out this week, Marcy. What does it say on there so people can be looking for who it's
it comes in a blue envelope. Let me show you what it comes in.
Here, I got it right here. The return envelope, the address says LifeWave X39, Jan Rand admin, and then my address 118 Via Estrada, Laguna Woods.
Show them the color of the envelope. So we changed the color, April, to blue. Look for the blue envelope. Look for the blue envelope. And here's the thing, April, it takes 7 days for this gift to go. So if you submit a gift in the office on Monday, you need to follow up by next Monday. And if you don't follow up on that gift in time, it's a waste of your time and my money. You must follow up as it's getting mailed to them so you can explain what it is, how to put it on. It's a new type of technology. The whole point of the gift is so that when they get the gift, you are calling them and reading the scripts to them. These are for you to read. Well, what is it? I don't know. I just learned. Let's read the envelope together. This tells you how X39 works. Let's read what to expect. Let's look at the pictures. Let's chart how you're really feeling. Oh, let's talk about X39 and Eon because that's the sample. Oh, let's talk about all of them. Let's tell you pricing. Oh, let's actually sign you up right now. Silver Kitten Auto Ship.
It's a B- at best.
Ask.
I remember saying that. Yeah.
Ask. I'm sorry. We need to mute someone. Somebody.
Okay.
I need help. Diane,
can
you mute yourself, please? Ask for the order on the follow-up. If you don't ask for the order on the follow-up, it's a no. 100% no. If you ask for the order on the follow-up, it's 50% yes and 50% no. Why not ask? Always ask on the follow-up. You're following up on a new technology. They got a 2-day supply. It's not enough. I don't feel anything. Of course, you're not going to feel anything. We're activating stem cells. That takes longer than 2 days. I'm just showing you a new cool technology that you wear. once again, patentable wearable light technology. We are a patented wearable light technology. It's new. Now, having said that, 50% of the time people will feel something, but don't sell it on the feel something, right? So that's why I made these. I made these as scripts. This is a mini presentation that gets mailed to your person, and you read it with them. Okay, so that's what I
That's
noticed.
right, Marcy. That's the part I was
People
going to say. Read it with them when you have that also. And then when they receive it, you've already set up the gift that's coming to them, because it's just a gift and it's not that we think they're going to get any, maybe even a result. It's just say what this is. And you're going to go over those. The cards is such a wonderful system that Marcy's got, that she's created. So use that to your advantage though, but make sure you've set that up before you ever put the request in with Jan, that you've already been talking to the person. Don't just randomly let it go out, because that makes it way more work on Jan, and it makes the gift not what it was intended. It's to help you as a tool for the people that you're texting, and all the ones that are replying back, you're sending them the site, seeing what they think, and then say, you know what, would you, because I ask this, I mean, I do my own sampling or gift, but I'll say, would you use this if I mailed you a gift? Would you use this? I want to mail this to you. And then I want to get a yes. And so with the new be looking for, because your system, I don't use the blue one. I've just got a regular white envelope, but some that are using that, I wanted to make sure what's looking for. So a blue envelope will be coming to you in the mail, because I want your gift to be effective and it not to be returned back to Jan.
Well, and I want to tell you that, April, it's really important that the reason I provide gifting is not that anybody will feel anything. So when I hear people say to me, oh, I mailed it, they didn't feel anything, I say to myself, they weren't well trained. The gift is to take the fear away from you making a list. And the gift is to make it fun to follow up. Everybody wants to gift somebody. So the list is fun because you're gifting people you love. And everybody wants to follow up to make sure their friend gets the gift. So if you're not doing that, then the point of this is for naught, right? And so the follow-up is so important. And people say, well, what do I do in the follow-up? You teach them how to wear it. I just saw somebody on chat say that this sat on their table until their person called and explained what to do with it. So had that person not called, she would not, and she's here now. So the follow-up works. So please don't just gift without the follow-up. And you know, and sometimes with all the right information, you don't even have to give a gift. You just, if you're Eric or Bob Campbell, you're just sending them to the Now site in a testimonial and bringing them on a patching podcast and signing them up on a wholesale pack. That system allows for both. So know that the gift is just in your back pocket if you need it. Okay.
Yes, if you need it. And it's a powerful tool to build your business, because we know, Marcy and I know as network marketers for many years, the fortune is in the follow-up. And you can't let the gift just go, because just like she just said, every person that's calling me back has used the gift and they don't follow up and they're not calling back, or they didn't set it up before it ever went out in the mail to begin with. The whole system doesn't work, because then they receive something from someone else they didn't even know. So just really, really make it. It's a wonderful system, but use it the way it was intended, and it will just help you. It's a wonderful thing. So, but remember, the fortune is in the follow-up 100%.
I love that, April. So let's go back to, once again, I want to know about the tools you use for setting up. I know you set up a business, a salon, and this could be for a salon, a chiropractor office, a gym, a facialist, right? Now we're going to talk a little bit about business owners. How do you get to business owners? You get to them through your own warm list or your people's warm list. Warm on warm on warm gets you into people. As an example, I was friends with a friend of a friend who knew a chiropractor. His name was Christopher Law. On his list was Dr. Joel, a chiropractor. He brought me into him. Then I set him up. And then I asked Dr. Joel, does he know some colleagues that he would like to give the information or a gift of stem cell regeneration? He said yes. So he started with me texting his colleagues, which now together we're sending a gift out. We'll explain that in a minute. But what I want to tell you is that I got to him from a warm list of someone. So that's why it's important. Start with your list and help your people with their list. It's warm on warm on warm is the best way to do network marketing. Now, when that doesn't, when you need more that's when you go cold and try to add to your list with your business cards at Starbucks or doing that kind of thing. But April, explain how you got into the salon and explain how you work the salon now.
Okay. Well, it started like with exactly what you just said, Marcy, with your warm market. Kathy was a friend of mine I've had known her for over 10 years. And she had a friend, Gracie and Ricky, that wanted to come hear more about the patches because she had fast growing sales. And we went to the salon to sit there and meet with them. And that just started a large team for Kathy. And we just met with those first two people that she was thinking about. And then that grew. And then we started holding a weekly meeting there for weeks in a row, weekly, bi-weekly. Then we maybe moved to monthly sometimes based on holidays and, dates that it was falling on. But, a lot of salons are closed on Mondays. Some are closed on Saturdays. So some of your friends, maybe look at that because that's a great time that you could host a patch class, patch party, do a training with the people that are already enrolled, or just do another, just continue to do a patch party until you have some people.
Let me ask this real quick. So she was a friend of yours who owned the salon. You went in and shared with her. Most likely, you probably brought in one of these.
I'm here. I'm
And
here.
Yeah,
I'm
there she
Kathy.
is. There's
There
Kathy.
she
Hi,
is.
Kathy. Yay. So
She's here. And guess what? She now, a year later, she is a senior presidential director. She's at the
Wow.
top of the company.
Because of
And that
her.
also, yes.
Because of her
Oh.
coming to the salon
and sharing with you, Kathy.
and
Yes.
sharing with me. We knew each other a while back, and she reached out on Facebook and told me she had something that would help. I was asking for prayer for a friend whose foot would not heal on Facebook, and she said, I have something that'll help that. And because I respected her so much and I knew she was, so I said, okay, I'll try it first. And I tried it, and I really didn't even believe it. I was a non-believer at first. I didn't believe for a while. And she just did the right thing. She didn't hound me. She just let me come to her. And when I finally thought of maybe it'll help my Gracie who had stem cell implant failure.
Wow.
And I said, maybe that'll help her. She got it with Gracie. When I saw what it would do, we said, let's set up some salon things. I want in on this. And that's when she started coming to the salon. It was almost a year later.
So thank you, Kathy. So let me just share quickly what she did when she came into the salon and started sharing monthly with Kathy in the salon. I'm going to share screen what April really brought in. And if I'm off on this, girls, you guys correct me, but we only have about 5 minutes. So I just want to get this in real quick because it's so important for businesses that you see. So what they did is they went to the back. She went to the tools. Remember how you guys get to the start333biz.com? And she went to what we call the Evolve clipboard. And I believe she made Kathy a clipboard. And what did she do on the clipboard? Yeah, I'm right on this, right? She told me about this. She went to the all products flyer and she printed these off and actually laminated them for Kathy. So she had my guess, Kathy probably had 5 of these nice big ones laminated, probably legal size, nice and big for people to see. My guess, Kathy just shared the patches and read these right to her people. And then, so you guys could do that too. And then she printed out, I believe, a host of order forms, like probably 20 on a clipboard. And Kathy just took orders for her clients. And then, of course, April taught Kathy how to put them in the computer. So I believe they just had a clipboard with a whole bunch of all product flyers and a whole bunch of order forms. And then, you know what they did? They went once a month and they did patching parties. And where would you go there? To the Evolve Tools patching parties. And they just probably did. You could guys go to this and see the little invites. You could do it too. And you just do a little patching party. Here's an example of a patching party that we did. Actually, this was a party event setup, but basically you can get all of these tools and you can see how to do a patching party right from this tab. But my guess is for their patching party, They just printed a bunch of those all product flyers and a bunch of order forms, and April came and read the sheets. Am I right?
Exactly.
There's
Yep,
Kathy.
Kathy's.
Unmute yourself, Kathy. I just want to make sure. So you did a little
Yeah,
invite.
yes, she started doing them all, and she
Yeah.
brought posters and did just little flyers. And then I would copy everything that she had and get my people to copy them. She gave us all the material. And I mean, and she came, it was more than once a month. It was more like once a week for a while.
Once
And
a
did
week.
yeah.
Did you
And
hear
did
that?
patch
They just
parties, and
kept
we
inviting.
invited people, and that's
So
how it
let's-
took off.
So that's how it took off. So this is what she did. She basically went over
She
here
did.
and did a flyer. You guys can do it yourself. They're here to do. And she just gave a whole bunch to Kathy, and Kathy just handed them out to everybody in her chair. And once a week they came. And what do you think April did from there? She went to the Evolve clipboard, and she just printed out a ton of the all products flyers, a ton of them, and then a ton of the order forms. And my guess, knowing April, she probably went to the Evolve tools, and this is why you have to go around and look at stuff. And she probably went to marketing materials, and she probably
Yep.
went to see, what else do I need from Sally? And you guys can do this too. You guys
Yep, I
can
mean,
get
all the tools are, every one of the tools are right there on the Biz site. Every single thing that we use is still there, still there right now. But that's all you need is that and a sleeve of X39 and Eons. I patched everyone in the room. Kathy provided bottled waters and some wonderful little nut chocolate snack, wonderful mix she's got. And so we would kind of just sit there through lunch. We would do different things, but we would just sit there and talk about the patches, talk about, say, and we would do what you say, hey, tell me about you. And I would just say, I finally found something, and tell my story. And then people naturally want to share what's going on with them. And so we would just sit around and love on and nurture. And we weren't in a rush, and we would just talk to people. And then it grew from there. And then Kathy invited a friend of hers that was her naturopath, and she came. Jennifer Smith is amazing, and she now is also an SPD in less than a year. So it grew so fast, because you know what, the people that are in the hairdresser's chair, you never know who you're going to
You
have
never
there.
know.
You never know who they
Let's
may have
talk
this
about
need
that
this.
real quick. This is where she went. She went and she got, so if you want to order envelopes or any of these little materials for a patching party, you can order them right here. We have materials in small, medium, and large. Look at that all products flyer. That's the small version. The medium version April was using, she got that from the clipboard. That's an 8x11. She just printed it out. We also have all of these things in the large version. And so like what I like for my patching
them all
parties
now.
is I get these big, oh, look at Kathy has those.
I have
get
them
these-
all. I have all.
I
have
love
them,
it. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. And then I
all
get,
of them.
thank you. And then I get these big foam poster boards. I get the Marci, and I love the before and after pictures. I tell picture stories at these events. So those are some of the things you can order. I also like for events to have a tablecloth. And so there's a tablecloth. So all you do is go into tools, marketing material, and now you've got yourself a event that's in a business. Why do I want to tell you about business events? Because we're getting more and more people that own businesses wanting to do this. And I'm going to really quick, and then Kathy, you can end with this. I'm going to give you the 7 steps to business success for setting up a business right now. And I'm going to read them to you. And I don't know if Jan can get these in chat or not, but if she can, great. But the first thing you do to be successful in a business is that you have them buy a wholesale pack, whatever size they need. And then you start by telling them just to retail it so you don't freak them out. You say retail X39 at $149, all supportive patches at $100, and the Alavita skincare at $300. Retail. They just retail. It's great. Just retail. It's easy. Okay. Then from there, you do a little more training. You chunk it so you don't freak them out. The next thing would be, let's show you how to drop ship wholesale to your clients. And then you teach them how to fill this order form out, take a picture of it and then send it to you so you can help run their business with them. Eventually, you can train them to do it themselves, but early on, it's too much for them. So you chunk, and I call it drop ship. I do not call it silver kit. I do not call it network marketing. I call it drop ship, like Amazon. Then I move them to, let's do a free class once a month. For Kathy, she was doing a free class once a week. Great. The more free classes they do, the more money we all make. Then I move them into, let's do a list of your colleague friends. So I would ask Kathy to make a list of all her salon friends, all her esthetician friends, all her facialist friends. And then I would group text a script to them with Kathy and me. And I would just do a little piquing interest script, which is now in chat, but it's also on step 2 in the 7 steps to success in the system. And I would actually say, you know, take a look at this wearable light technology, go to the now site. If you'd like a gift, text Marci, my assistant, and she'll get it out to you. And then I text right underneath, oh yes, please text me your address. I'd be happy to get it out for you. Right? I come in as their assistant. It works really good. And then when they don't give an address, the second time I command it, don't forget to give me your address here so I can get your gift out, right? Second command, I always get an address. Command what you need. Lastly, I say then, this is the 7th step. I say, oh yeah, I say, now let's ask your clients what they do for work. Do you like home-based business? 50% do and want to do another stream of income from home. Then I say, well, I can get you started, and I plug them into the office training or our foundational training. That is the 7 steps of getting a business moving into the process of becoming what? A professional network marketer, and they don't even know it, right? Kathy, you became a professional network marketer and you didn't even know it. Unmute yourself. Tell us how that ended.
Okay, well, it's just now really begun because April's taught me well, and I now have purchased all the posters. I've got the salon ready. I've got the tablecloth, and I'm going to start hosting at least once a month, if not sooner, patching parties. I'm contacting my hairdresser friends. I'm contacting other clients. Sometimes the girls in the salon, sometimes, you know, everybody's not going to be on board. I got some girls in the other end of the salon that they think I'm crazy, but they can just think I'm crazy. They won't. And in a little while, they won't think I'm crazy. But anyway, now that I've gotten started, I'm so excited about getting in. And it's all because of April teaching me how to do it, starting me off. And if you follow this system, you can't go wrong. I'm so excited about being able to do it on my own. Now, I still do. I still bug April every night, probably, because she helps. She's, you know, she's been the biggest help in the world. She is amazing. But here, let me tell you this too, that I don't think people realize what a strong support system and how easy that LifeWave makes this. Nobody has a business. I've been in network companies before. No, there's no Marci's, there's no Jan Rands, there's no system that all you have to do is show up and they teach you everything. There's nothing like this anywhere. I promise you, it amazes me how easy it is to do because you make it that way. I mean, there's nothing to lose. All you have to do is plug in and you tell us what to do, what to get, where to go, and that it's done. I mean, I can't tell you how amazing it is. I mean, and I'm Peter and Dr. Stacy, and it's all one big family, and it doesn't matter if you're on the same team, if you're on the same, it just doesn't matter. LifeWave is one big family that want to help people, and they all have the light of Jesus shining on them. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Kathy, and we appreciate it. And just so you know, it's 11:10. I hope today you got some training on the work. We can chart next week, April, but the work will take you where you need to go. One more time, the work we learned today was Speed 100. Get to foundational training. Don't be afraid to set up businesses. The 3 businesses that we really like right now are chiropractors, hair salons, estheticians, facialists, people that get our technology and have big networks of the same colleagues that could do the same. You know, what I love about salons, Kathy, is you got 20 girls in some of these private, and by the way, you don't want to go to chains. You talk to private places. And the girls that
Yes.
own their own chairs, man, you could go to a private
Yeah.
place that has 10 to 20 girls. They all can, you got a whole salon doing it. And once again, some of them don't like to do it and then they're out, doesn't matter. But that's really what's going on with that. And so I hope that you guys saw the value in this today. And with that, April, anything you want to end with? Are we good for today? Oh, and we are using startx39now.com still. No problem. Patchingpower.com is live as well. They're exactly the same sites. We're not sure which site the company is going to make us go to. If they don't make me leave the Now site, I'm not going to. If they do make me leave the Now site, we'll go to Patching Power. The jury is still out, so don't freak out. They're all forward to each other. It doesn't matter. Just know that right now, all materials will still say startx39now.com. And if the company makes me get rid of that site because of X39, we will forward it to Patching Power. So there is no problem. April, let's go back to you to close.
Thank you, Marcy. That was wonderful. And just keep that date on your calendar, the 24th. If you're shooting for the Cancun trip, just try to have that all wrapped up. Get with whoever you enroll with. Get someone that can help you make the chart out to get you to senior director, so that you can make sure this happens before Christmas Eve or by that day, because it's going to be an amazing time in Cancun. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you Monday for the training.
Yeah, come Monday, foundational training. Even if you're not new, bring your new person there and link arms with them at 11 and help them become successful. Because when you help your team become successful, that's leverage and residual income for you. As they become successful, your business becomes successful. That's the beauty of this model. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Marcy.
Bye.
April.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, April.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.